Your pension is cooked and you don't even know it. You see, most people think their pension is going to save them in retirement, when actually it's the thing that's keeping them most poor. And the worst part is, most people have no clue what their money is actually invested in inside their pension funds. If that relates to you, then buckle up, because by the end of this video, I'll show you exactly how you can fix that. From the moment you start your very first job, you're auto-enrolled into the company pension scheme. Most people pay in 5% and the company will match it up to a certain percentage. It feels safe and it's the correct thing to do, right? I mean, everyone does it and we need a pension to rely on when we can no longer work. I mean, the state pension might not even be a thing by the time most of us reach retirement age. It's already being pushed back multiple times and who knows if it'll even be there when we get older. So we put our trust in these massive pension providers, Royal London, Scottish Widows, Legal in General, and the list goes on. The problem is these things are not designed to grow your wealth. They're designed to make the pension funds richer no matter what the outcome is for you and your finances. Nobody is going to tell you this, so I will. The truth is your pension funds are invested into a whole lot of assets that are underperforming. You've got UK property, bonds, gilts, FTSE 100 and some all-world allocation. And the problem with pension funds is that they don't actually care where your money is invested because they make money on you regardless. They get paid a management fee whether your pension goes up or whether your pension goes down. There are minimal incentives for a pension manager to do an extraordinary job because they're going to get paid whether you win or you lose. So they end up winning and you don't. And the average UK pension will only increase by around 3 to 4% a year, whilst inflation sits around 6 to 7% here in the UK. Now, I appreciate some of that might not make total sense right now, so let's go through a real life example so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Imagine you put £100,000 into your pension at 30 years old. Now, let's say you leave it for another 30 years, and with average returns and fees, you're sitting now on around £400,000. That sounds amazing, right? Well, listen, it does until you factor in inflation. At today's rate of inflation, that money then becomes worth less than half. And in real terms, you've lost purchasing power. Many people are going to learn this the hard way and find themselves working long into their retirement. Now, this is both utterly disgusting and a massive tragedy. I mean, would you be happy working for 40 years to only end up with less than half of your money? But why is the pension system like this? Why does this happen and why is this allowed? Well, the truth is, it's because governments need you to pay into the system, and pensions keep the system running on a hamster wheel. You see, governments need you to work for decades, employees need you locked in for your labor, and financial institutions and pension providers need the fees from managing your money to survive. The Great Pension Trap is one of the biggest wealth transfers in history from you to them. And the worst part is it robs you of your ability to actually enjoy your retirement. So by now, you're probably itching for a solution, right? Well, first, let me tell you this. Don't make any rash decisions when it comes to your pension. Now that you're armed with this knowledge, you're probably thinking that you need to act on it. But wait a second. The first thing that you need to do is find out what your pensions are invested in. And that includes your old workplace pensions that you've probably forgotten about. Every single year, your pension providers will send you an annual summary. And that gives you a breakdown of how your pensions have performed for the previous financial year. Now, if you've moved addresses or can't find your pension statement, you need to contact HR at either your current or old workplace. And once you do get your hands on your statement, you need to start to look at what you're invested in and what those funds actually have inside them. Check the performance of the pension funds that you've been invested in over the years and the management fee that's been attributed to each of those funds. Most pension statements are also going to give you an estimate of what your earnings will look like in retirement. And here's where you need to be honest with yourself. Are you happy with those returns? Is it what you expected or thought? If the answer to either of those questions is no, then you need to do something about it. Here's what to do. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I know all of this? Well, the truth is, it's because I've been exactly where you are right now. I've been in your shoes. About 8 years ago, I took a look at my current and old workplace pensions and I was shocked. Whilst my stocks and shares ISA I personally control was doing well, my workplace pensions really weren't. And that's where I decided to take action. And here's how you can too. Now, you really have two options when it comes to managing your pension. Number one is you either change the funds that your pension is invested in, or number two is you move your money into a SIPP, or a self-invested personal pension, and take control of things for yourself. Now, I've done both of these in the past and each comes with their own level of risk. So before you do anything, you need to get educated. And if you can't get educated, you need to speak to a financial advisor. Changing the funds that your pension is allocated to is something that most providers like Royal London would allow you to do. And transferring your money into a SIPP is something that all pension providers will allow you to do. Moving your money into a SIPP is a bit more complicated, but once your money is in a SIPP, you'll have access to index funds, ETFs, and individual stocks, giving you way more control. But you'll be taking things into your own hands, so make sure you understand the levels of risk before you proceed. Here's a pro tip. If you're moving your money out of your current workplace pension into a SIPP, make sure you keep some money in the account to avoid losing your employer's contribution. Moving everything from your current workplace pension could void it, so make sure you do a partial transfer instead. I'll be making a video on this account shortly showing you exactly how you can transfer your old and current workplace pensions into a SIPP using a stockbroker like Hargreaves Lansdown. Actively managing your pension isn't for everyone, but the very first year I was able to move my workplace pension into a SIPP, I achieved returns of 30%. Compare that to the measly 3% I was getting from a workplace pension, and you'll see how the difference can be huge. Don't fall for the lie that your pension is going to give you a level of freedom, because it won't. And living life on passive mode isn't going to help you at all. And if you want true financial independence, at some point you're going to have to start taking control for yourself. Want to learn more? Subscribe to my channel because I break down financial education every single week. And comment below if you've ever looked at your pension statement. I bet most of you haven't even seen it.